reset their clocks. I remember stories, and it's been told more than once, from spouses who talk about their spouse or their child bolting out of bed in order to make it to church on time, and a whole fun story behind that and another one. But I thought in the midst of Lent, it's a good time for us to think about that, resetting our clocks. And if you haven't already, some of us will be going through the house or through our offices and resetting those time clocks. In a sense, I think that's what Lent is all about for us Christians and people in faith. Sort of reset our spiritual clocks, if you will. We're going to reset our routines, to take a look back and begin to change things a little bit. Some things may need to move ahead. Some things, well, like those clocks, they may just need to stop for a while. We can take a look and pay attention to what we are doing with our time and what we are doing with our life. I think that kind of thing is what's going on in our gospel text for today. The disciples, the people of God, are being called to sit down and take a look at what things are all about. When Jesus and his disciples walk up to the temple that day and they're walking in, they find that things are, well, one commentator said, the things there are not faithful. They are stale and downright dirty and stinky. It just smells in that place. And it smells of death. So Jesus walks in and he challenges that. The same commentator said there were all those people, they were smug doing their daily business. They knew what the routine was, they were about it. But they lost sight of worshiping God, of helping neighbor. The people of the law, they called themselves. The Ten Commandments is commonly thought of the law, and everything that flowed out of it in their life came from those 10 simple commandments. And yet somehow when Jesus and his disciples walk in that day, those just simply don't make a difference. Many of those people conducting business in that day could probably have recited them from memory word for word. Or as one commentator said, many of them probably would have been able to recite it backwards for you. But Jesus makes it clear that they've lost sight of what it's all about. Here is the temple. And they see the business that's going on. They see the marvelous building that's around it that needs to be added on to be improved, or we might say might be remodeled. And then Jesus pulls out a whip. He starts overturning things and cleaning it up. I think it's a wonderful Lenten story to begin to ask ourselves, what's going on? And where is Jesus entering into our life this Lent? Where is he coming in this day? And what is he trying to clean up? And what is he showing us needs to be purged and taken because it's getting in the way of us and our God? It's getting in the way of us and the people around us. It's interfering with all of our relationships, our faithful relationship. Jesus comes along and says it's time to clean up. When I was talking to somebody this week, they said, you know, that's hard, really dirty work. To go in and take that look at yourself and ask myself what needs to be changed, and I know I need to make changes. And I need to know about putting God first in my life. It's easy to say, but it's not so hard. It's hard for me to do each day. I thought about, well, isn't this the Jesus of our text? He doesn't mind the hard work. And he gets his hands dirty and he steps on toes in order to clean things out and take away the obstacles. And not only from his Father's house that he's trying to clean it up to make it proper, but from those very people who are doing the business, who are coming to worship, that they might see. I also love the other part of that text. Some of us get it right away. Some of us, like the disciples that John's talking about, well, they don't get it for years. always refreshing for me. That isn't just the disciples, but I often hear that from people, young and old. It was at the light that, I think it was 3 weeks ago, when I was looking at one of the sermon notes that one of the confirmands turned in. And they had that very statement, oh, now I understand what Jesus is saying. Now I understand what this is about. The same sermon notes. So someone commenting on the same point of the sermon, the same point from the text, who just said, well, I always knew that, but now I have a new understanding of the next point. I think it's appropriate that we celebrate Lent and we take a little time to ask ourselves questions, to clean it out. And some of those questions are easily answered, some of those not so easy. One of my favorite commentators is Brian Stoffagan. And this week he put out the following questions for people during Lent. And he titled it, Why the Whip? You know, earlier he commented, people are offended by Jesus' violence. So he said, why the whip? What would Jesus find in our churches? What would Jesus find in my life? Although he probably wouldn't find cattle or sheep sitting around our money-changing table, would he find the same attitude? We're just here to go about the business and do the rituals once again. It's just a part of what we do. And is this a place where the people of God come to take care of godly business and then get on with their lives in the week? Are we centered on God and Word and sacrament? Or centered on other things? And how do we change our attitude? This Lent, you and I need to change our worship attitudes. Find God present in our worship this morning. Do we think of God as a vending machine where we put in our sacrifices, our offering, our good deeds, our times, and out comes blessings? If I go to 9 o'clock and 10:30 worship, I get twice the blessings. If I show up on Wednesday, then God's going to bless me over even more. Is this the vending machine God that we are worshiping? And our obedience to the Ten Commandments, are they bargaining chips with God? We strive to live up to at least half of them, or maybe even 9 out of 10, and we'll bargain with God about the rest. Why the harsh actions in our text? Wouldn't it have been more diplomatic, a lot less problems for me, if Jesus were to just simply sit down with the church leaders and the business people and discuss their differences? When's the time for you and I to take harsh actions with our own lives? When's the time that we should do what we know is right and follow where the Spirit is leading us? Isn't this the time? Is Lent, he asked. In our text, we have a God who never tires of teaching us or coming to us. And we have a God who is always seeking different ways to help draw us closer to God and closer to each other. I think Brian's questions are good to ask. And they're not to be answered in the sermon note or in finding the text. But they're to be answered in the way that you and I worship together and the way we live. The life we live not only here in these minutes on a Sunday morning or a Sunday and Wednesday, but the life we live on Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The God who comes to us with strength for life, for living, and sharing that God one with another. Let us be a Lent people and the people of God this day and